Oh, good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone is doing well and is ready to get back into some Hogwarts Legacy.
Confringo.
Um, before I got out, after I left y'all last night, before I turned off the system, I took care of some of the house cleaning duties. I don't know. I sold some of the items and changed our gear and all that. We received mail from, I believe it was Natty and Poppy. So let's go read those right quick. Poppy? No. Adelaide? Oh. Poppy is here. I think I know how and where to approach the Centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. We should move quickly, since the poachers have grand journals. We'll want to get a step ahead of them. Meet me in the Forbidden Forrest. Poppy. Then Maddie. We should speak with Mr. Brickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan. But we're going to go talk to Natty first thing today. Because we're already in Hogsmeade.
What's more powerful than the dark arts? Not even love, I reckon.
My father always taught me to keep my wand at the ready.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Practices of the dark
What?
arts
What?
should
What?
stick to
What?
fighting amongst themselves, if you ask me.
Where?
Revelio.
Is that a glitch? Like, did he see the demiguise through the wall? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe level 2 lockpicking or level 2 low Homora to get in there, so I'll have to find demiguise somewhere else so we can get that.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
I mean, it'll be darker out? I assume that's what she means?
Revelio.
The only all-wizarding village in Britain, Hogsmeade has been a favorite haunt of Hogwarts students, 30 years and up, for centuries.
Only I could invent a new one.
One of them in 3 broomsticks?
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Like, right in front of us?
Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Oh, crap.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Mrs. Rabe, we do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate if you were to see the value in our working together. Shall we expect a response? Shall we expect a response by week's end? Best to keep this between us, if you understand our meaning.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find
I thought she
Mr.
was
Bickle's
gone.
other 2 friends.
Thought she was gone.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check that.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Keep it for blackmail.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Bickle's friend. Oh. Come over the tomatoes.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
I thought it was a girl.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hoped to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling. to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
I don't understand. Like, the Green Gods one I understand. But why the dude at the clothing store or this guy? Oops, I missed the bridge.
I don't know that.
Natty, back to Natty.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head.
No.
Perhaps I'll find her there.
She's been caught. We're about to be fighting in Hogsmeade again.
Anyone casting
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand.
Oh no.
She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio!
Let's talk about these footsteps. Oh, hello, Dimmy guys. Oh, wait. Our friend has been taken, but we're gonna wait. Or not? Okay. I'll come back for it. Remind me. Don't let me forget.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio!
I just walk through here for no reason other than to see that demiguise that I cannot get.
Oh, the work it takes to keep a clean house is staggering, even with magic.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Come on. What? Why would they drag her through the hog?
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
They're using the Hog's Head cellar. Is the proprietor of the Hog's Head helping?
Accio!
Ah.
A hidden door.
Interesting.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
I used to be stationed near Iron.
Revelio.
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
I felt it warranted more than a piece of meat pie. Using that girl as bait, and coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to...
Revelio.
I try using an invisibility potion, maybe.
Will you cut the goddess? What a silly threat.
I've had enough of Felcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
Hey,
Rookwood will lead.
Terminus Totalis. Stupefy! Weaken quickly. Crucible. Glacius. Defender.
stupendous.
Arresto Momentum.
Become personal. Your magic, I presume. You flash a crucible.
Glacius. Defender. Potato. Stupefy. Confringo. Imperial.
Release me!
Bombarda.
Just you left?
Glacius. Defender.
Now I can fight back!
Glacius. Defender.
Oh,
Look what you've done. You paid for that.
did I happen to just freeze the big boss in this room? Or Imperius the big boss in this room? Because I didn't do that on purpose.
Revelio.
What is all the junk in here? My darling Otto, I have read your last letter over and over, and am certain to read it again. Each hour until we are able to meet, I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your wanting to wait until you are more settled, my love. And I know that you are doing all you can to ensure that such a situation is within your grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an essential challenge. Essential indeed. And now I am off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio. Confringo!
Move, dang it.
Wingardium Leviosa. What?
I don't know what that was.
Revelio.
Unbeatable Quidditch gloves.
Revelio.
Hey. We should speak to her again.
Accio.
Leviosa.
Defender.
Tell me to say nothing. Boss Protego there when he arrives. Too slow. What are your faults, John? Electricity.
Imperium.
Aha! Back for more.
Wingardium Leviosa. Bombarda.
I quit now while you're still alive. Expulso!
Protego. Glacius. Defender.
Die for that.
Revelio.
Somebody up here throwing knives or something? I feel like this might be where we need to come, so we'll come back up here in a second.
Revelio.
Unidentified back item. You are a dear to me as an augury, whose voice foretells the coming rain. You are as loved by me as the crook could be, whose loyalty is true and plain. You have cast a spell over my heart. I want it not undone. You have charmed me from the very start. You have always been the one. To Bella Filbert.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
This place is big.
Revelio.
Quick scan. I don't see anything else. Now we go here.
Natty must be here somewhere. Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Oh, there it is. Isco Rabe's wand.
Revelio.
Oh, I forgot he was here too. I forgot he'd been taken too.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Okay, Natty.
Revelio.
Let's go fight then. Are we up there? There's a door up there I didn't go through? Of course, now it's going to take me a minute to find the stairs to get up there. You stairs? No, you're not.
Revelio.
There's a door up there, but I can't figure out how to get up there. Whatever. Oh. That's how you get up there. You proceed to the exit.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
I don't think that'll be the end of Harlow, but we can try.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Before I go jumping around, let's settle a second, just in case we get more mail. Okay, that's long enough. Oh, wait. Before we... Okay, I've marked Poppy.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect it's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Gonna have to walk around now, aren't I? Jump in. Hey, jumping in might not have been a good idea.
Mine now, Demi guys.
Let's go read that mail from Otto real quick. The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that you're doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck. Dude went and got married behind. Oh. He went and got married behind his boss's back to his boss's daughter.
Spare a nut, a sickle, a galleon. Back already! I picked up this violin in Diagon Alley. Complex bit of enchantment, lovely sound.
So fastest way out.
I could go on point of toilet.
And then he's going to tell his boss that he's been seeing his daughter. Not only that he's already married her. In the hopes that his boss doesn't take it poorly? This is where the nibblers will be. The pupskins. Wait a second.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Yes, I do.
Confringo! Confringo! Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Huh. Don't see anymore. Wolves down there. Or dark mongrels.
Bombarda. Defender. Revelio.
can't be that far. Can they? Oh, there's that.
Lumos.
Wait, what? I thought I already lit one of these up.
That's that. Settled.
We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Faster!
I'm not actually trying to climb. Oh, actually, I am trying to climb. I'm just doing it very poorly, using the wrong controls.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
I'd be riding with a troll if it didn't look like we were falling off of it.
No need to race now, my friend.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fun.
Ooh, a whole herd. That's the right term.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continues to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing Centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
He could have been a bit clearer, or stayed a moment and answered our questions.
Centaurs can be cryptic. Gran says no one talks more in circles than a centaur. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned.
Why can't we just go to the cave, Poppy?
I'll let you know what I find.
Ah. Look, Moonstone. Found it.
Away!
I go as high as I can go? Don't seem to be going any higher. Well, it could have gone up. Huh.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned.
Oh. No, 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 don't you roll off. lining this up all wrong. Draco.
Seems like a quiet night.
Revelio. Levioso. No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm.
Where'd it go?
Revelio. Levioso.
And he's gone.
Revelio. Levioso. I'll look after you. Revelio. Levioso. Do cooperate, won't you?
What?
Revelio.
Ah, but a purse made of unicorn skin. That fetches a big gallon.
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Levioso!
How's it not targeting him?
Revelio! Levioso! Everything's all right now.
Somehow unfortunate.
Places! Defender! Confringo! Crucio! Places! Defender!
Levioso!
Confringo! One less poacher in the wizarding world. Would that you all will...
At least they said something that time. I mean, it was only in passing, but they did say something.
Revelio!
Ain't nothing to poach in Arrowshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble if you want him. Come here,
Places! Defender!
No, too hard.
Confringo! Wingardium Leviosa! Imperio! Bombarda!
Cav. Don't need more.
Revelio!
Cedar Rivet Glove. Higher than them.
Bombarder! Potato! Stupefy! Stupefy! Wingardium Leviosa! Defender!
Well, I guess I'm not going up that, then am I? Through the spider infested place.
Confringo! Crucial! Places! Defender! Protego! Confringo!
Didn't even know I could destroy that.
Crucial! Places! Defender! Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Eight legs is simply too many.
Back where we started. Alright. Let's go do something other than killing poachers and spiders. See if we can find our way here, actually. We can find our way. We'll just fly.
Let's go! Time to go a little quicker. Go!
Oh, down.
Confringo!
Is that you, Royland? Someone You've nowhere to hide now!
Confringo!
Reduction!
Crucial! Places! Defender! Nobody will believe it. Revelio.
I actually thought I was coming in here to save somebody. Which was not the case.
Confringo!
Well, let's take out these.
You
You can feed a beast, or it can feed you.
Confringo! Crucio! Glaciers! Defender!
Confringo! You'll make my
Confringo! Protego!
Admiral
Stupid
Frick!
Glaciers! Crucio! Defender!
No!
Confringo! Revelio.
Okay.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Protego! Confringo!
You will not survive this fight! Confringo!
Really? Mighty.
Pathetic.
Oh well. We don't need to go down there.
Lumos. Bombarder. Lumos. Confringo! Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Once we know how to do them.
Away!
Or hip. My back of the hippogriffs? Where are these? These are wolves.
Confringo! Defender! Confringo!
Is it the same one? It is. How did we get back here?
Revelio.
I'm not going to try and catch him this time.
Confringo.
Alright, let's proceed. This shouldn't take but a minute, so we'll go do this and then go for the Keeper Trials. Oh. I figured she'd be at Hogwarts, but... She is. She's at Hogwarts. Sometimes I need to remember to just fly. Probably wouldn't have taken us that long to fly.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
Revelio. Confringo.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted, and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me, and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Revelio.
Oh, okay. And for this one then. Can't just simply fly this one. What is going on here? Which way am I supposed to go? Okay, forget the map. What? I'm a dummy. We go to the map thing. That was pointless. I'm sorry. Oh.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Okay. So we have to break into the headmaster's office?
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Exactly what I was just thinking. Go talk to Fig. Maybe Fig can get him out of his office. Better yet, out of the school. But ominous.
but Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
No, don't do it. There's the demi-guys. I want the demi-guys.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Professor Kagawa. They're not fast travel? What? I can't cast spells either.
Professor, a moment of your time.
Oh.
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp, places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student? Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Where's this other one at? I want to talk to them too.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Well, got a glimpse at Peeves.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes! Mixed with, bubo tuber pus makes a fine, mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Wow.
Something is very wrong with Professor...
If you must speak with me...
Maybe overdoing it a bit.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
What good would that do?
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Anyone been into Aldi Weekly's shop lately?
Unavailable. Great. I know exactly where I need to go. Well, that's good. I won't remember it's there, but I saw it.
What have I done now?
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Be on alert.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Who are you talking to?
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
Ahem! Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the stunning banners of Slytherin. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever. Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone. Even Master himself.
And now I'm telling you that you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah! Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you! The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Yes, to the gargoyle. How far is it? Not that bad. I'll just run up.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Always. And up, and up, and up, and up we go.
Revelio.
Maybe. Snark! Okay, now we go up. What was that? I thought I heard whispering. I thought I heard the basilisk. I don't know what that means.
Confringo! Accio!
Did I mess up somewhere? What is going on? Oh. Roll armor.
If I can just stop vanishing my...
Revelio.
This set of armor for a house elf is rumored to have been made by a cruel wizard who wanted his elf to protect him in battle. Happily, the wizard was too dense to realize that armor could, in fact, be considered clothing. The moment the elf donned it, he disapparated right out of it, never to be seen again. Ah! Ah! Serves you right. 15th of February, 1851. This morning's crystal gazing was most discouraging. I was initially thrilled to see the Ministry of Magic in my future. The atrium appeared to me clear as day. I've always dreamt of working there. However, as the atrium dissolved into a sea of brooms, endless rows of them, my elation turned to despair. Am I destined for future in broom regulatory control? And tedium would rival the song of a whooper for my sanity. For now, I must accept that I am simply not naturally inclined towards divination, although perhaps I have some subtle skill in that I can sense that. Likely so.
Revelio.
Goodness gracious. What are you? Where do I find your key?
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Revelio.
The staircase that leads to the headmaster's office is guarded by an enchanted gargoyle that will let only those who know the password enter. though anyone choosing to visit the current occupant of the office is difficult to fathom. Did I miss a chest somewhere?
Revelio.
Ah, okay.
Toujours pure.
What happened to them being an escalator, like?
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
Dang. Sleeping portraits. Not all headmasters and mistresses enjoy reliving the day-to-day challenge of running a school of witchcraft and wizardry. Some prefer to enjoy a well-earned nap when possible.
Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
The sorting hat. This enchanted hat was created by the four founders of Hogwarts as the means by which students would be placed into one of the four schoolhouses. Skilled at legitimacy, the sorting hat can see into the wearer's head, allowing it to determine their thoughts and abilities.
Revelio.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio.
Hair toxin. Hair tonic, mustache wax. Undent pomade. Comb, pearl-handled, black scratchers, gold-handled. Dioxide. Paid in very small part. Remainder to be billed to ministry. What? Wait, hold on. Oh, is this where the polyjuice? No, that's not what it's called, is it? The memory thing is?
That must be the pedestal. Revelio.
We just got sucked into a book. That was our Slytherin's diary. No. Tom Riddle's diary.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Oh no. Is this the Deathly Hollows story?
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Well, this is different. This supposed to be like Death Eaters.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
Something's wrong with his face.
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve.
Alright, your turn. Turn around.
I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead.
No words.
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Getting serious Death Eater vibes from these guys.
I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Am I crossing to get in that house? know?
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Big guy again.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
Holy sh...
That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. Now's my chance. That's the way forward.
No way we're not. That's the cloak.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible. They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
Now we need to find the stone, the resurrection stone, and the outer one.
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
What?
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Just give me the Elder Wand?
I've never felt such power. Bombarder!
Okay. Oh.
Defender.
Combat feels weird with this wand.
Descendo. Depulso. Stupid one. Defender. Bombarda. Protego. Stupid one. Descendo. Defender. Depulso.
Right, you're dead.
Bombarda.
Ah, thought I was done.
Protego. Descendo. Bombarda. Depulso. Bombarda. Defendo. Stupid one. Stupid one. Bombarda. Descendo.
That was a good bit of them.
Revelio.
I'm actually kind of confused. We got the cloak, but then immediately lose the use of the cloak? Oh no! It's death!
Protego. Stupid. Depulso. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Protego. Defender. Protego. Stupid. Defender. Bombarda. Stupid one. Descendo. Depulso. Defender. Descendo. Defender. Depulso. Bombarda. Descendo. Defendo.
Hey. Are we done?
Protego. Stupid one. Descendo.
Now the big boy.
Bombarder!
Ah!
Depulsor! Bombarder! Defender! Depulsor! Protego! Stupid one! Depulsor! Bombarder!
Ah!
Stupid one! Defender! Bombarder! Descendo! Depulsor!
You need to just die.
Stupid one! Bombarder!
What? Oh, we're still not fighting the big guy. Okay, I thought we'd be fighting the big guy.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Resurrection stone. I didn't realize it was so late.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
She's gone.
Oh, poor Neve.
Let us always honor her.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
So different in black and white.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
What the?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Damn. She didn't contain that one. She drank it in. Breathed it in. Fuck.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Alright, let's read those right quick and sign our talent point. Then we will call it a night. I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece. Deke tells me he shared with you his experience with the Phoenix. Please check in with him when you get the chance. He has an idea for you that I thought worth exploring, Professor Weasley. All right. Oh, talent point. What do we do with our talent? Lapindo has the same effect as a curse on enemies. Cursed enemies take increased damage. That's actually not a bad thing. Ooh, that's good. An enemy under your control with Imperio curses other targets with ooh, that's even better. What's this one? Wow. We need to learn Avada Kedavra. Alright, well, with that, I will let you guys go. I will go through our inventory and clear it out again, and then call it a night myself. You guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in the next one. Good night.